But Barack Obama on the campaign trail for Joe Biden, certainly for Joe Biden and his campaign, you couldn't ask Barack Obama to do it at a better time. People can dislike President Obama. That's fine. But you can't take away from the fact that he's a wonderful public speaker. And he does resonate with a lot of people in this country. So he was in Philadelphia yesterday. Meanwhile, Donald Trump was campaigning in North Carolina. So here's a tidbit of what Donald Trump had to say in North Carolina.
By the way, that crowd was about 30,000 people in Gastonia, North Carolina. And Kamala Harris had a crowd of 10 earlier in the day in the same state.
Okay.
And about 200 cars showed up to watch Barack Obama in Pennsylvania and Philadelphia. And it's very surprising to me that if Joe Biden has this major lead in Pennsylvania, which is a very important state, then why is Barack Obama and also Bernie Sanders now being asked to campaign there?
I think that's a very easy question to answer. It doesn't matter what the polls are. Barack Obama
polls are wrong.
Okay, so I'm just trying to answer your question. You asked me a question. I'm trying to answer it. There is a global pandemic, JD. I don't know if you were aware of that, but there is a global pandemic going on right now, and that certainly has something to do with it. Also, Barack Obama has a lot of history in Philadelphia, and you're talking about 200 cars. Barack Obama drew some of the biggest crowds you could ever imagine when he was president during the inauguration, and he always draws huge crowds, but there's also something called social distancing. It certainly shows that some Donald Trump voters are fired up. That's his base, but that's all it means to me. But anyway, let's go to the...
But it's not just his base, Brian. You're getting about 20 to 25% of those who attend these rallies that are Democrats.
I don't know where you're getting that stat from.
Ron McDaniel releases them after every single rally.
So they've questioned every single person that's going into that rally.
Well, yeah, you have 25%
you have to
sign up
Democrats.
for it online to show up.
Okay,
yeah.
well, I haven't seen that, but if you say
I talked about it last week.
In
some cases, it's 35% have never voted before.
So before the pandemic.
So it's not. You're saying it's just his base. It's not just his base.
Okay, well, if you say so.
If it is, his base is growing.
If you say so.
And Barack's going to be in Miami tomorrow. And do you know why? Because Miami-Dade Hillary Clinton was plus 30 in Miami-Dade. Joe Biden is only plus 2 in Miami-Dade right now.
Okay, so he's doing the right thing then. Well, should we criticize Obama for doing the right thing?
But no one is.
He's campaigning for Joe Biden.
No one is talking about it. The idea is the notion is that Biden's going to win Texas and Pennsylvania and Florida, and that's just not true. If it was, they wouldn't be sending Obama there.
I know you don't believe in polls, but you just said polls are wrong.
I believe in voter.
And
actually,
in that Miami poll?
A lot of polls are.
Okay,
no, that's not a poll. That's not a poll. That's actual in-person voting numbers. That's not a poll. There's a difference.
So you're not talking about a poll in Miami. They've already counted the votes, and
I'm talking about early in-person voting. They've
already tallied that.
Yes, Hillary Clinton. Well,
you just talked about Miami right now. You just talked about who's leading in Miami.
Yes.
I thought you didn't believe in polls. Why are you quoting a poll?
It's not a poll.
So how do you know who's leading in Miami?
It's an in-person voting. It's people that actually go there because it opened, I think, 3 days ago.
They're not counting votes yet and giving it out to the American people. What do you mean?
Yes, they are, Brian. Yes, they are.
That would be illegal.
What I'm saying is Hillary Clinton won Miami-Dade by 30 points. Joe Biden is only up 2. Hillary Clinton won Palm Beach by 15.
Okay,
Joe
Biden's up 2 points. According where? According to what? That's a poll. Joe Biden's up 2 points.
That's not a poll.
What are you? Okay.
There's a difference.
They're not counting votes
between a poll and votes that are actually turned in.
So let me just explain this. It is illegal, JD, it is illegal for anybody to release not how many people have voted, but who they're voting for. Right now, it is illegal. I have no idea where you're getting that information from.
It's based on a Democratic and Republican registration.
Okay. Registration doesn't mean you're voting for somebody. It just means you're either a Democrat or Republican. You're assuming.
I will tell you this. It looks like that if you're a Democrat, the chance of you voting for Donald Trump are about 10 times higher than a Republican voting for Joe Biden.
That's your opinion.
So that's even worse for Joe Biden.
So let me just get this right. Let's get this right on the radio. What your opinion is, because someone's a Democrat or Republican, assuming who they're going to vote for, is completely different than going on the radio and saying, well, they're voting for blah, 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 blah.
What percentage of Republican voters are voting for Donald Trump, do you think?
So let's get to the audio, because that's what I wanted to do to start this. Donald Trump was in North Carolina yesterday. Here's what he had to say about Barack Obama. Have a listen to this.
Did you hear what happened? You know, Obama's now campaigning. Even though he refused to support Biden, I mean, he never, and then even after Biden sort of semi-won, he wouldn't do it. It took forever. But now he's campaigning for him. And somebody said, sir, maybe this isn't good. What's wrong? President Obama's campaigning for Sleepy Joe Biden. And I said, that's good news or bad news? Tell me, are you saying it's good or it's bad? Well, I guess it's bad. No, it's good. There was nobody that campaigned harder for crooked Hillary Clinton than Obama, right? He was all over the place. He said he will not be our president. But before that, he said he will not run. He didn't know me. Then I ran. Then he said he will not get the nomination. Then I got the nomination. Then he said he will not be our president. Then I won. I think the only one more unhappy than crooked Hillary that night was Barack Hussein Obama.
Barack Hussein Obama. I love it how these Republicans like to call him Hussein. By the way, it was Donald Trump for 5 years that said Barack Obama wasn't even born in this country, and the birther racist issue that he did for 5 years. What happened to that? Anyway, Barack Obama, as I mentioned, was in Philadelphia.
Is that not his middle name? It is,
and,
right?
Barack Obama was in Philadelphia, and I know why Republicans call him Hussein. We all know the reason for that, and it's disgusting. But Barack Obama was in Philadelphia. Here's what he had to say.
It's his middle name, Brian.
I get that this president wants full credit for the economy he inherited and zero blame for the pandemic that he ignored. But you know what? The job doesn't work that way. Tweeting at the television doesn't fix things. Making stuff up doesn't make people's lives better. You've got to have a plan. You've got to put in the work. Just last night, he complained up in Erie that the pandemic made him go back to work. I'm quoting here. He was upset that the pandemic's made him go back to work. If he'd actually been working the whole time, it never would have gotten this bad.
Yeah, I tend to agree. By the way, I haven't heard a prominent Democrat on CNN, MSNBC. I haven't heard any liberals call Donald Trump Donald John Trump, but there's a reason why.
Donald J. Trump.
If I can please finish, I haven't heard anybody call Barack Obama Barack H. Obama. There's a reason why Republicans use the word Hussein. It has the Saddam Hussein narrative. That's why Republicans call him that. They do it all the time. Nobody's calling a president and using their middle name. Let's just be honest. I know it's hard for some people to be honest.
It would be a lot more weird if his middle name was not actually Hussein. Okay. If they called him Barack Hussein Obama and that wasn't his middle name, you might have a point.
Okay, so you just let me know when you find a prominent Democrat.
It is his, and as far as Obama goes,
this is the most ridiculous. That's your defense?
The economy was left at 4.7% unemployment. Trump got it down to 3.3%.
You're changing the subject now.
Biden's plan is exactly the same as Trump's plan, except he wants to add more lockdowns.
Mm-hmm. You're changing the subject. Barack Hussein Obama.
We have tested 45%. Of all the tests that have done worldwide, 45% have taken place in the United States. We shut down the economy.
Yep.
We instituted social distancing.
Oh, yeah, that's working great. He certainly does that. He can't even protect his own family.
We've had mask mandates in some places. In those places that have mask mandates, cases are exploding, like in Illinois.
I agree. Like the White House.
Where cases are up 80%
All right, we gotta go.
in the last 3 weeks, despite the fact that they have one of the most comprehensive and aggressive mask mandates in the country.